Hello everyone and welcome to Creative AI. I am Pixel Pia. Today I'm going to continue investigating ninjachat.ai, and today we are diving into the first steps of creating a story using Ninja AI's writing tools. In this video today, we will focus on the foundational elements, creating our characters and building our world. So let's move over to my computer. So if you have watched my earlier episodes about ninjachat.ai, you can see that their homepage has changed a little bit. And I must say, I like this. If we click the down arrow here on the chat, we see that we have the AI playground there. We can also click the down arrow for AI models, where we find all the different models. And then we have what was called history before. Now it's called recent chats. And as you can see, they have added a function of adding folders here. We will not look at that today though. Then we have a section that's called creative, where we find AI images, AI video, and AI music. And then we have the knowledge. Here we find the mind map, the chat with PDF, and they have put back the AI writing library in our left-hand column. And that's where we're going today. And as I said, we are gonna start under creative writing. One of the most important parts of any story is the characters. So we will start with character creator. This tool lets us design characters with unique traits, motivations, and backstories, making them feel real and relatable. And I have come up with an idea here for a story. It says here, specify genre, characters, role, key traits, and main conflict. I am not following that strict. Instead, I wrote this. A social commentary story about three teenagers, the protagonist, the antagonist, and the supportive character. The story's main topic is the influence social media has on teenagers and how we can teach critical thinking. And I hope that we will get all three characters here right away. So I click generate. And here we have it. Character profile. Elara Ellie Thompson. Social commentary. She's the protagonist. And we have the key traits. She's inquisitive, empathetic, idealistic, tech-savvy, and resilient. A little bit about her background. She grew up in a suburban neighborhood and so forth. The motivations. Ellie's primary motivation is to empower her peers to think critically about the content they consume online, and a little bit about the conflict. Then we have Jake Reynolds. Social commentary, he's the antagonist. He has charismatic, manipulative, self-serving, defensive, and insecure. And a little bit about the background, his motivation, and his conflict. And the third character is Mia Chen. She is pragmatic, loyal, cynical, creative, and wise beyond her years. And her background, motivations, and conflict. And we have a conclusion. In this social commentary story, the interplay between Ellie, Jake, and Mia highlights the complexities of teenage life in the age of social media. Each character embodies different perspective on the influence of digital platforms, creating a rich narrative that explores the importance of critical thinking and authenticity in a world dominated by curated images and fleeting validations. Now I need to save this somewhere. So I click the little copy here, and I have in my Google Drive, I'm going to create a new Google Doc, and I'm going to paste this in here. But since Google Doc nowadays have tabs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just saving the first character, and I'm going to copy the other two and cut them out. Now I have tab 1 here. I go in and I rename, and it named it Elara Elliot Thompson. I add a new tab, paste in what I cut out from the first page. I'm going to rename that to Jake Reynolds. And then I'm going to cut out the last profile I had here and add her on a separate tab. Rename that. And I'm going to rename the document to characters. I will have these documents we create today in a shared link if you really want to go in and read them. But now we have 3 well-rounded characters with their personalities and background, motivations, and the conflict in the story. So let's go on and build a character arc for each of them. So we start by copying all I have here on our main character. We go back to all the writing tools in NinjaChat, back to creative writing, and we can use the search bar to write character in creative writing. And here we have the different character suggestions. And we go into the character arc design. I am gonna paste in the description we got here for Ellie and click generate. Emotional arc for Ellie Thompson. And in the introduction of the story, she represents innocence and idealism. In the second part, the fallout, the emotional state is conflicted and vulnerable, and some key points. We have the rising tension, the struggle for change. We have the climax where she the confrontation with Jake. We have the falling action. We have the resolution. And we have a little bit about the desired character growth. So let's copy this, go back to my drive and create another Google Doc. So now I have 2 documents. The first one is the general character description for all 3 of them. The second document goes more into detail about their emotional state. As you can see, we haven't started writing our story yet. We are just building up a background for our characters. The third thing we want to do is to develop the moral compass to guide their choices. So in ninjachat.ai, we go back to writing tools, we go into character under creative writing, and we are looking for character moral compass designer. And once again, we go back to our characters, copy their original character description, and we paste it in here and generate. Her core values, her development, ethical dilemmas and decision making, what happens in the story here, and a conclusion. So let's copy that back to our Google Drive, create another Google document, and paste in the moral compass for Ellie here. So that is pretty much what we needed to get to know our characters. So I have 3 documents. So now we have our characters, but we also need to create a world. We are gonna go back to the creative writing tools and go to the world builder. First, we're gonna see if it is enough just to use our initial idea about the story. Might not be enough. We might need to use the character we created. But let's see what happens if we use just this. Digital haven, social commentary, young adult fiction, an urban setting, a sprawling metropolis where technology and social media dominate daily life. We should have social platforms. It's about digital citizenship, education, influencer culture, and virtual reality zones. The algorithmic mirror, a city-wide installation that reflects the social media activities of its user in real time. I don't think I like this very much. Instead, I'm gonna go in and use all the characters we had here. So we start by copying Ellie. And unfortunately, my audio disappeared for this part. What I did was copy all the 3 original characters we had created, their description, pasted it into the world builder, and got this suggestion for a world. There are still some things that I need to improve in this, but this is the 4th document in the zip file that you can find in the description below this video if you want to read it. And there we have it. A world and well-rounded characters ready to start writing. By focusing on these foundational elements, we set up a strong base for our story. In my next video, we will use tools like plot and conflict creation, building suspense, and adding twists. So stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe for more storytelling tips. Until next time, stay creative. Bye.